What's up YouTube, and welcome back to my channel, Lena Pop Creations by Gigi. So today what I have for you guys is going to be a step-by-step tutorial on how to create this beautiful garland, and the theme is going to be Among Us. It is a popular video game that was requested for me to bring to life, so I thought I would share with you guys how I created this beauty. So I'm going to be using rainbow 5-inch balloons, also 12-inch black balloons, and 18-inch black balloons. I also bought these nice Among Us theme foiled balloons from Amazon. I thought they were pretty cool for the theme, so why not? It also came with these also smaller balloons, which I used them and I incorporated them into my theme setup as well. They have little Among Us characters on there. I thought that was pretty cool. And yeah, so I don't have a specific vendor that I go with to buy my balloons. I just get them off of Amazon because the person that the website I was buying balloons from, they've been out of stock for quite some time. So I just been going on Amazon and getting them from there. Alright, so let's get to it. What I'm doing here, I am just blowing up my balloons. I don't have a specific size. I just do them different sizes and I put them into duplets. So I just tie them together. I just push them down to give them a rounder shape and take out some air. You don't ever want them to their full capacity of air. There you go. See how it's different sizes there? I'm also blowing up some 18-inch balloons as well and incorporating into my duplets. And just blow them into, you know, have some smaller ones, bigger ones. It doesn't have to be perfect, just as long as you take some air out just for rounder shape. That's what gives it a more, you know, professional look to it. Alright, so here I'm using balloon string. That's what I'm most comfortable with. I don't use fishing line. It's just, it gets tangled up for me. The balloon string is more manageable for me. You know, you're gonna find what works for you, but that's what's been working for me from the beginning. So I just tie it to the end, make sure it's secure. I, you know, double tie it a few times. And just find yourself another duplet. Just place it in there in the middle like I did. And then we're just gonna wrap it around in the existing and then wrap it around, wrap it around the new one and then wrap it around the existing. And then I wrap it around the new one just to secure it for good measure. So it's a figure 8 method. That's how I learned from the beginning, and I just continue to do the figure 8 method all the way until I create the bare bones to the size that I want it to be. So guys, I honestly, I create my bare bones separately. As far as like I do one side and then I'll measure and do the same for the other side, and then the one that goes across the top, and I just connect them. I don't do just one big long, you know, because if you're transporting it to an event as well, you don't want it to be too long. So that's why I just prefer to do it that way, and I just connect them. Even if I'm doing a setup here at the house, I still do it that same way. That's just the way that works for me. So here I am just continuing to create the bare bones and doing my figure 8 method. Sometimes it gets a little, you know, tricky, like it wants to wants to battle with you right there. It's when you use the 18 inches because they're a bit, you know, they're much bigger, and then they kind of throw off your little groove on, you know, you're trying to go in a straight line, and it just throws you to a little curve there, so you got to kind of straighten it out again. Make sure everything's nice and tight. And that's pretty much all to it to create the bare bones of your garland. See, I'm wrapping it around, pulling it up, not too tight, because you can, if you pull too tight, you can deflate your balloons. Alright guys, so I already attached my bare bones to the backdrop. I didn't show you that piece of it. I am going to be having another video that's going to focus completely on that, because that is a challenge, especially for a lot of people in the beginning, is, you know, getting the balloon garland onto the structure. I actually have another neat tool that I got from Amazon, and I want to show you guys, but that's going to be on a separate video, so stay tuned for that. Also, if you haven't hit that subscribe button, please hit that subscribe button. Also, comment on the video if you have any questions. I'll be glad to answer any comments. And also like as well, support the movement, and I would gladly appreciate it. So here I'm just blowing up my foil balloons, and I don't use an electric pump for the foil balloons, only because a few times in the past I have, you know, sometimes with those you don't have control of the air, so you can pop them, and it doesn't bring too many, so if you pop them, you're doomed, pretty much. So I'd rather play it safe and just use the hand pump, and that's how I, you know, blow up my foil balloons that way. And I'm just, you know, trying to picture here how I'm gonna position them and things like that as I'm blowing them up. Alright guys, so here I have my 5-inch balloons, and this is where the magic is gonna happen. This is my, you know, my style where I give my garlands that extra pop. It's called the organic look, and that is my signature look that I chose for my arches. So I'm just gonna show you how I create that. So on this little balloon pump, there's a nozzle for 5 inches. And you just put it onto the it's an attachment there, and you just put it on there. So I just grab, you know, the same color 5 inches. I chose rainbow because the characters of the Among Us theme are rainbow, so I thought that would be pretty neat with the whole black arch, and then, you know, sprinkles of the rainbow color. So I just do the same thing as I do with the 12-inch balloons. I push down to take out some air. I used to use a balloon sizer, but I don't anymore. If you're a beginner, you must use a balloon sizer. It's gonna help you out tremendously to get everything in sync in the same size. You can get it from Amazon. I would recommend getting a wooden balloon sizer. They're the most sturdy. Those plastic ones, I ran through a few of them and they're not the greatest. So the wooden ones is the way to go. But as you've been doing it for some time and repetitively, you tend to shy away from the sizer and just, you're pretty much able to eye it and know what sizes you want to do. So I just put 3 balloons together here, and that's how I create my clusters. And I just wrap it around the 2 existing ones, wrap it around maybe 2 or 3 times, and I tie it together. Also, I like to use 260 balloons. It's my go-to. 260s are so flexible, they're so easy to use, and you just pop them onto the balloon garland with no problem, and it just cuts your time in half. So I just tie it to one end of my cluster and then tie the other end to the other end of the other cluster, and voila. Make sure they're on there tight and secure, and I'm gonna do that with all the other colors as well. So this is just me putting the clusters onto the garland. Wherever I see fit to put them, that's where I put them. I just play with it and see what works, what looks better. So that's what I'm pretty much doing here. Honestly, this is what takes the longest, is blowing up those little 5 inches. So that's why a lot of people don't like to do the organic look. But look at it, it just makes your garland, takes it to another level. It just makes it pop. So I love it. It's a lot more time consuming, but it's worth it in the end. So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe, and I have plenty more for you guys. And stay tuned for what I have in store. Bye.